A life of joy and happiness is possible only on the basis of knowledge and science. A literary genius, it is said, resembles all, though no one resembles him. All our world organizations will prove ineffective if the truth that love is stronger than hate does not inspire them. Before we can build a stable civilization worthy of humanity as a whole, it is necessary that each historical civilization should become conscious of its limitations and its unworthiness to become the ideal civilization of the world. Books are the means by which we build bridges between cultures. Discontent with the actual is the necessary precondition of every moral change and spiritual rebirth. God lives, feels and suffers in every one of us, and in course of time, His attributes, knowledge, beauty and love will be revealed in each of us. God is the soul of all souls, the supreme soul, the supreme consciousness. Human life as we have it is only the raw material for human life as it might be. If our mind is not calm, then we cannot attain spiritual knowledge. It is said that a man without religion is like a horse without bridle. It takes centuries to make a little history. It takes centuries of history to make a tradition. It is not God that is worshipped but the group or authority that claims to speak in His name. Sin becomes disobedience to authority, not violation of integrity. Into the bosom of the one great sea flow streams that come from the hills on every side. Their names are various as their springs, and thus in every land do men bow down to one great God, though known by many names. It is the intense spirituality of India, and not any great political structure or social organization that it has developed, that has enabled it to resist the ravages of time and the accidents of history. Just as the Atman soul is the reality underlying the conscious powers of an individual, so the Supreme Soul, God, is the eternal quiet underneath the drive and activity of the universe. Knowledge gives us power, love gives us the fullness. Love thy neighbor as thyself because you are your neighbor. It is illusion that makes you think that your neighbor is someone other than yourself. Light is the element of transmission. Motion is only one kind of degradation of the immutable. The immovable being is the truth of the universal motion. My ambition is not only to chronicle but to interpret and reveal the movement of the mind and unfold the sources of India in the profound plane of human nature. Man is a paradoxical being, the constant glory and scandal of this world. One has to achieve not merely technical efficiency but greatness of spirit. Peace can come not by political or economic changes but through a change in human nature. Reading a book gives us the habit of solitary reflection and enjoyment. Returning to one's inner peace, one should concentrate on the original soul, which is the basis and truth of the whole universe. Religion is behavior and not mere belief. Teachers should be the best minds in the country. Tolerance is the homage which the finite mind pays to the inexhaustibly of the infinite. To look upon life as an evil and treat the world as delusion is sheer ingratitude. Truth is eternal and eternal. True teachers are those who help us think for ourselves. True religion is a revolutionary force. It is an inveterate enemy of oppression, privilege, and injustice. The prophets of spirit make history just by standing outside history. The reality behind the flow of cosmic change is the same. The end product of education should be a free creative man, who can battle against historical circumstances and adversities of nature. The word Atman, soul, means the breath of life. Atman is the principle of man's life, the soul that pervades his being, his breath, his intellect and transcends them. Atman is what remains when everything that is not the self is eliminated. It is the unborn and immortal element in man, which is not to be confused with body, mind or intellect. The worst sinner has a future, even as the greatest saint has had a past. No one is so good or bad as he imagines. The ultimate self is free from sin, free from old age, free from death and grief, free from hunger and thirst, which desires nothing and imagines nothing. This is the bond that makes possible the contact of sattva and asattva. When we think we know, we cease to learn. We must recall humanity to those moral roots from which both order and freedom spring. Wealth, power and efficiency are the appurtenances of life and not life itself. We need not seek a cause or a motive or a purpose for that which is, in its nature, eternally self-existent and free.